Hello, let's make a... Stay on the frame, buddy. Let's make a painting. You misbehave for $80 brush. You behave very bad. Flip the page over. Little water from my little jar. Actually, it's not a little jar. It's actually a pretty big jar. So let's flip that page. Excuse me. Let's put the edges. I do know I can use tape, by the way. I just much prefer this because it's more natural. Although it's very. I really like how the if you put tape, the natural matting is gonna look like. But yeah, I would much prefer that. Way more natural. What we're doing here? Well, I have no idea. And what a great start for a tutorial. Although I don't feel like this is tutorial at all, actually. It's just me painting. That's how I feel. I don't think it's tutorial. Because most of the time I don't explain anything connected with the painting. So it is what it is, man. But it's helped me a lot. So let's blend everything. Okay, fine. Now, of course, we're going to start picking up some pieces here. And I immediately see this tree over here. Lately I'm using a lot of green, so I guess we keep going with this. This is fine. Sky, boom, 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 boom. Clean the brush. Blend. Lately I'm leaning more to objective paintings, so I guess that's fine. The ground, so that's the foreground. The midground, I think I'm gonna make mountains because this blue is like crying for mountains. So we're gonna start pushing the paint. We're gonna have a dark background, dark foreground with a light midground and kind of semi background. Which one's gonna be the mountains, of course. Here we're gonna start pushing that mountains this way. And that's gonna mark the layer that we need. Also, for the foreground, we're gonna take some of the green, pour it out. I need to order some green, by the way. Soon I need to order some paint. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Now, once I have this, I will let it dry for a little bit and I will go for the sky. The sky, I will remove some of the paint in a very simple way because I like the whole movement. So we have the ground moving from left to right going up, and then we have static tree and static mountains. So for the sky, it's just following the same pattern as the foreground, which is going to create that kind of pattern in the whole painting. Which one is motion on the foreground, transition to the static midground, and then we have motion on the same motion as the foreground on the sky. So we can have some kind of system going on here. There we go. Simulate movement, of course. Now, a couple of choices. I can start working on the tree, and I can start working on the foreground. Now, foreground is going to be very simple. First, I'm going to start pushing, and while I'm pushing, by the way, I'm doing this and slightly moving. So now the back one. Of course, here the strokes are going to be smaller, and on the foreground is just going to be, and you can see the marks. Once I explain it, I'm pretty sure you can recognize it. Almost dry brush with red, pure red. And of course we're gonna make one of my favorite, this is my second favorite flowers, which one is red poppies. There we go. For the tree. Now the tree is kind of like this. The tree is not important in this painting. Is a supportive. It will support the whole idea. That's why we're not gonna pay so much attention on it. Even by the way, even if it's on the foreground, okay, it doesn't matter. It can still be supportive. Even if it's cover some of the flowers, it's still supportive figure here. By the way, oh, there we go. Life tip. Just because something is in your face doesn't mean you have to pay attention on it. Sometimes it's just a camouflage for whatever is behind. For example, you have job interview and then it's someone barking all the time and try to take an interview from you, and then it's turned out this person nothing depend on it. So you gotta, or the salesman or something, you get the idea. Just because something is dragging attention to you doesn't mean it have to be the main character. And anyone who play video games know that, by the way. Just because something's in your face, most of the time you gotta ignore it, actually. So anyway, we start moving here, adding some details on the foreground. There we go. A little bit of orange, and the little bit of orange is gonna be here and there. There you go. A couple of shadows in the tree, and the last thing we need to do is we need a dry brush with black, a little bit of green, and then make the drawing shadows. We need this so we can have a nice stable ground. There we go, and there we go. Now, of course, this is very this area is very how you call empty. So I have a couple options. I can take very neutral color and make the mountains like so. There you go. And also we can put one. What are we gonna put actually? Let's put a butterfly. Well, why not? I mean, I like butterflies. Like a kid, I used to chasing them and catch them. Kind of bad, but it is what it is. And there you go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.